Oh, it fell off. All right. Okay. Whoa. Fortunately, if I had to break through the Hail Premaster, there's a... Oh. Your heart is lost. Alright, so I guess... Heart is lost. He's planning to make another attempt. When a bamboo hut outside suddenly came a melodious music. Listening to seem have yet far away in the sky. What is that? Okay, so I guess we are supposed to fail the breakthrough. Or curious. You can't help but follow the sound of... You haven't consciously have walked to the entrance of the deep valley. Look out only to see, not far above the river, dozens of colorful painted boats are so slowly sailing across the river. The melodious music is from the boats. Listen to the sound of music. Can't help but follow the boats all the way down the river, gradually moving farther and farther away. Only when you have a foot outside the deep valley, you suddenly come back to your senses. Oh no. Father said I must not step out of the valley or lose the shelter of this valley. Afraid there will be a deadly disaster immediately. It's okay. Just out of one step. Amitabha Buddha. Just as you turn around to go back, a Buddhist chant suddenly rings out to you. You turn around and see a small monk standing on the step you took just outside the valley, bowing to you with folded arms. Master Huanzin, I've been waiting for you outside the valley for a long time. Master Huanzin, who are you and how'd you know my name? Oh, young nunk. Yes, the young monk nodded. Master Huanzing doesn't recognize the monk. It's no wonder. Master Huanzing was only 4 years old when he tied up the monk. It is not easy to remember. Gibberish. You're so young. When I was 4 years old, you wouldn't have been born yet. How dare the little monk speak presumptuously? The little monk shook his head. You remember Master Huanzing when you were 4 years old? You made a wish to the clay statue of the little monk at the broken temple. Shabby temple? Statue of you? You are Master Huanzing. Have you finally remembered? I have no name and too many Dharma names, so please call me Little Monk, as you did 9 years ago. Autumn thoughts rise. Envy the mortal world is young. It's 6. That was weird. 2 to go. Internal energy and force. So I guess maybe we're going to learn here how to finish the breakthrough. Master Huanzing still seems to have a lot of confusion. No matter, as long as you don't mind my monk's dullness, you can ask me one by one. I'll tell you everything. All right, let's do this. Who are you? I am the incarnation of the clay image in the broken temple. That is, a person is not a person. That is, a living being and not a living being. Okay. Why was your statue worshipped in the temple? My monk's talent is shallow. My life is light. My fortune is weak. How dare I accept offerings? Has Master Huanzin forgotten? The clay statue of the monk was once chained. Thanks to the compassion of Master Huanzin, removed the fetters for the monk. Therefore, the temple was really a prison for the monk. What wish did I make? What wish did I make to you when I was 4? I still remember. The year Yellow River was flooded. People were displaced and starving. Master Huanzin was robbed by a group of officials and soldiers and taken to my temple. He was about to die by the hands of the officials and soldiers, and his body was turned into meat. But For some reason, the officials and soldiers suddenly got into a dispute, and finally, the swords fought against each other, and he was killed. Master Huanzin escaped from death and made a wish to this clay statue of the monk, hoping that the monk would save all beings and the chaotic world. He also unlocked the chains bound to the clay statue for the monk. What are you coming for? After Master Huanzing made a selfless wish to the clay statue of the monk to save all sentient beings and the troubled world, it took me 9 years to finally do it for Master Huanzin. I'm here to tell you. Little monk, you're still talking nonsense. Not to mention that I was young and ignorant. The wish was too big. Even if there really is a God and Buddha can do. But I have been with my father for many years in the world. The world is killing hatred, and which day has it been reduced? Moreover, my father always says, now that the Son of Heaven died, the court is falling apart. The world can no longer speak of the law. The world is only one day worse. Monks should never lie. How can you prove what you said? You don't know, Master Ron. But the world is full of things. It's the phase of all living beings are eliminated and chaotic world is stopped. How the hell is us people rescued? The reason why all beings cannot be enlightened is that they do not know themselves and cannot know. So, let those who want to be evil take up the butcher's knife and finally know themselves. Let those who are evil become more evil and finally know. In this way, the good and the evil in the world have nothing to hide, and all beings are no longer confused. How the hell is the world in harmony? There are no saints in the world. The mediocre make a chaotic world. Heaven and earth have their own cycle. The Great Road is purely based on nature. However, the world is foolish and loves to make rules, especially the emperors. Thus, in 9 years, the young monk made 30 emperors die, one after another, and thousands of officials and eunuchs lost their lives and heirs. Finally, no one in the world dared to call himself emperor. The court and the government were no longer in charge and thus collapsed. The world has finally returned to nature, and the world has been returned to the world. Isn't it that chaos has stopped? That's bullcrap. I'm out of here. Wait a minute. Master Huanzing feels that I've done wrong. Why don't you come with me and work out a good plan to save the world? No, I'm out of here. Little monk is so heartbroken. The little monk shouted with a slight cry with this cry. An incomparable harsh palm wind suddenly came from behind you. Dodge the attack and defend. I don't like the eye here. Your pure essence is low. Okay. The palm wind of the palm just now is very strong. I can't imagine this little monk's kung fu is so deep. I'm afraid. I'm afraid it's still above my adoptive father. Draw sword. My monk is so heartbroken. Why doesn't Master Huanzin believe my words and go with me? With my monk's skills and the Fuyu sword in your hand, not to mention this divine land, even the four extremes of heaven and earth, it is only a plaything in your palm and mine. The Fuyu sword, I knew you wanted something. Master Huangzan is the sword of Fuyu. The sword of Fuyu is Master Huanzin. I'm asking for a person. Am I asking for a person or a sword? Same thing. This Fuyu sword is an important item passed from my adoptive father's ancestors. How can I give it to others? Seems like the Master Huanzhen still does not understand the meaning of the little monk. Also, the little monk had to subdue Master Huanzhen first and then slowly enlighten Master Huanzhen. Evil monk, taste my sword. Ow. Jeez. Oh, wow. You vomit a large mouthful of blood, immediately a blur in front of your eyes. Finally, you faint and fall to the ground. Adoptive father, please forgive. Your consciousness dissipates a little sinking as if it slowly falling into a dark abyss. Suddenly, you feel the Fuyu sword in your hand. A slight tremor. Old voice suddenly sounded from the sword. How? To save or not to save? Who? What are you dawdling about? A gruff voice continued. I'm going to strike now. Don't be rash. Young man's voice followed. Don't be reckless. You're a tender-skinned kid. Go away. Don't say a word, another woman said in a delicate voice. I think the girl doll will not be able to hold up. Who are you? Same sword master cannot not save. The bird of prey lost their opportunity to fall into the cage. Without delusion, under the next trigram also. Now listen to you guys. The time has not yet come. You guys must not be impulsive. Everything is over when people die. Don't hesitate anymore. Dozens of voices argued in the sword at the same time. Who the hell? You struggle to ask, but your voice is immediately like a grain of sand, easily drowned by the tide of argument. Your thoughts fade into silence. You feel the unprecedented emptiness, and emptiness seems to be enlightened. You seem to have no more enlightenment. Fair enough. No need to know who you are, for you and I are the same. All lives are one. You unknowingly sigh softly, not expecting the arguments of the sword to stop with it. Ah, well said. After a long moment of silence, the voices in the strike a stalwart voice finally shouted. With these two words ringing out in your sword, you suddenly feel dozens of hands pulling your body at the same time, plucking you up from the abyss with great effort. We open our eyes. Scary. What a no-self alchemy. What a Fuyu sword. Which, at the young monk's cry, you slowly open your eyes and see yourself using a sword move you've never seen before, forcing the young monk back a few feet away. This is... Congratulations, Master Huanzhen. Congratulations, Master Huanzhen. The Vayu sword has finally been opened. The little monk laughed with a twisted face and said, only the power of so many people in the Fuyu sword. You use it all in a moment. The little monk let out a fierce laugh and again laughed at you. Calm down and fight against him. All right, too late, too fast. Before the little monk could pounce, you already felt an endless surge of true power coming out. A sudden surge of true power from the Fuyu sword is flowing into my dantian. Need to channel it and gather it to overcome the enemy. All right, let's gather our internal energy and shape it into force. Look on the character portrait. Then we're going to go to details. Okay. Total number of 4 true key stats cannot exceed the key limit. All right. Not loadout, right? Aha, here we go. Cultivation. It's not there. Break. All right. So if I mouse long, oh, okay, there we go. I just didn't hold long. All right. Eternal, let's see. Inject eternal force and condense true key. All weapons and attacks can be more effectively penetrate the enemy's body and energy. Inject internal force, condense true tree. Make walking and leaping more agile and rapid. Inject internal force and condense true key. Strengthen the body and energy control to alleviate external and internal energies. Inject internal force and condenses true key. Enhances the operation of internal interest and improve internal interest. All right. Wait, I think, yeah, they were all, what, 90? Oh, so it looks like I'm going to be able to boost it all. Let's put you at 91. I'd rather have that. Okay. The force is ready. Evil monk, taste my sword again. True key is swelling around me. The demon monk can no longer hurt me a bit. But what kind of sword technique am I using now? Never learned this before. Is it going to tell me anything about it? So it could be, we can choose. So, limitless sword, swordsmanship of the Dharma, or the ever-changing 14 swordsmanship. Let's go with the ever-changing 14 swordsmanship. In addition to styles, they also need to consume a stance value and inhale value to form break skill. Opponents cannot attack you during the skill's cast time. Evil devil, you are poisoning the world, dazzling the eyes and ears. With this sword, I will cut off your evil spirit and destroy your 5 evil roots. Use a magical power of the Fuyu sword and fight the devil. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Thousands of years of true power who bear the burden. The thought of the divine sword first opened the seal. Can't believe that my most prized incarnation is unable to fight back under the Fuyu sword. Little monk laughed as he stood up, and suddenly a huge cloud of black gas gushed out from his brow. You are... Come on. There we go. A giant shadow that looks pretty cool. Huan Zhen, the uprising heart, you shall come with me. The gods are getting chaotic. Things are going against their wishes, and they will continue to burn. 7 of them is now complete. So now we got the... whatever this is to go along with Ziguangong. Jeez. All right, the sword is broken, destroyed in body and soul. All right. So I guess the sword's going to break and we got to figure out how to fix it to stop everything. It's getting dark, but Xenia is not back yet. Where is she? Or she got into trouble. Watched the sky the day before yesterday, and only to see the stars are dark. Stars do not show. Hey, little blacksmith. You know what is that sign? Stars hidden, and the host is eliminated. The fierce of the fierce. Zhu Xingong wants to say anything, might as well say it. According to my opinion, the little girl's fate, death robbery. I'm afraid at this time, I already shouldn't. I've already said my daughter's death is still 20 years away. Why did Zhu Xingong say that? Hey, thank you for self-proclaimed knowledge of astronomy, geography, shape, and fate, understanding of yin and yang. Don't you know that a different person should have different numbers, and different numbers cannot always be known? No wonder, as the saying goes, concern is chaos. You are not counted, but not willing to count it. In fact, I have just used the Oath of Mind method in the valley to explore it a bit. The valley has long been no little girl's figure. It's a very dangerous thing to be away from the soul and out of mind. So, Zhu Xingong is not a liar. Deliberately amusing me, right? Hey, in the case of ghosts and spirits, leaving the soul, the spirit naturally has the danger of the soul flying away. The old man, this is the incarnation of the gods. How can I be afraid of a mere method of leaving my soul? If Zhu Xingong's words are true, little girl, Mo Fei, we'll check at the valley's gate. 2 people, one in front of the other, flew to the mouth of the valley. The more you run, the more uneasy in your heart, the more frightened. When they arrived at the mouth of the valley, they saw that the mouth of the valley was already scorched black. The surrounding grass and trees were turned into basalt, and there were spots of blood splashed all over the place. Father looked at the blood. Hot tears instantly gushed out and filled his face. Turned out that this was Huan Zhen's tattered coat that was soaked in blood. In a pool of blood. Uh-oh. We're going to claw at the blood pool. Poor pity. Look at the ground full of scorched black. One stone. Turned out you have not been willing to tell the old man's mortal enemy. Then, is this thing? You never know. You never. It's the destiny. It's the fate. Righteous father grabbed Huan Zhen's tattered, bloody clothes, but unexpectedly, there was something wrapped in the bloody clothes. Fell to the ground with a clang. This is the hilt of Fuyu's sword. You tremble and put the sword hilt and the blood cloth in your arms, then look around again. But there's no piece of broken sword blade. What the hell happened? Right? Little blacksmith, although I made a deal with you, I used the body of a wooden man to protect the little girl from her fate death. You then rebuilt the body for me and handed over your true energy to me. But now that the little girl has died, This still seems to be out of the question. Let's say goodbye and go our separate ways. Zhu Gong shook his head, lifted his wooden feet, and walked toward the outside of the valley. Wait. Adoptive father wiped his dried tears, stopped Zhu Gong's way. Zhu Gong said that my daughter's bones have not seen. How can you say life and death? If my daughters really died here, bones and ashes, with your true blood body, can't I bring my daughter back to life from the dead? What is true blood, dummy? The wood used for your body's nodes are all stained with my son's blood. Originally, after my son learns the heavenly hub, it will be more than a death sentence. From then on, you can bear all the energies. Come on, we got this. Injuries, diseases, old age, and death for thousands of lifetimes. What, you want me to suffer all this? But you can't imagine. Since my son is already in trouble, how can I let you get away with this true blood double with your profound Dao skill? If I want to find my child, everything will have to fall on you. You bastard. How dare you deceive me? This is a wild and lonely soul. Do not listen to my orders. The adoptive father used the secret method to move the body of Zhu Gong. Zhu Gong cried out. His hands and feet immediately lost control. His soul could not leave his body. Finally, twisted into a ball and couldn't move anymore. The sword is also broken. The body is destroyed. The heart is dead, and the soul is curled. Huh. So now, wow, that was a long and interesting tutorial. All right. Ooh. So I take it that's our black shadow. What's this, Thundercats? So is that us now? All right. What is... Okay, so you can be male or female, then you can be either a feminine version or... Does that make a difference? Look where it looks like me. All right. So small, medium, large. Now we'll go with medium. Born at 16, that's fine. Okay, there's decent. I fixed to say... Well, then that's right. Chinese New Year. All right. Let's go with September. Skin color. Oh, wow. All right. Let's get a little color to us, please. Front hair. What do we... Back hair, eyebrows. That's fine. That's fine. Sure. First trait. Oh,